swing from Fowler.
Yeah, it's perfect there. It's going to be a
Three issues. Overhanging on the left-hand side. Well, this was fairly aggressive considering what he had. That's a quality golf shot right there. A bit more hook in this putt.
See that familiar.
You mentioned the hole location, Mark. There are some hole locations right on the edges today, like we saw back at the first. But there's also, look at, say, number 4, par 5, right up there front right. That's where you can see the most eagles. So they've set it up today to be very tough in spots and very gettable in other spots. I like that.
The golf course played on Thursday versus Friday and Saturday. So what do they have in terms of setup for today? We'll get to watch it. Rickie Fowler.
Well, he had to bring it in over the trees, and that is an absolute beauty from back in the fairway. Practice round on Tuesday, you'd probably hit a second shot to it just to see what the clear area was on those trees. And so as tough as it is, these guys were most definitely prepared for it. And Rickie let a good opportunity slip there.
It was funny watching Brooks's reaction in the back.
Well, I was expecting a little 3-finger effort there from Rickie, but that's the full Monty. See if it runs through.
Yeah, pretty soft landing. It's ideal, and a divot even slowed it down. These bowl hole locations you're talking about?
Yeah, I think Rickie wants to fly this to the hole, let it skip past, and then it will return. Although he just took dead aim. This may come back just a little bit on that right side. That'll be a fast putt. 6 feet of this are just nudge at pace.
Just have to be so careful.
It was tracking there, and probably knew right when he hit it maybe it was short, but then again, it's one of those, yeah.
Rickie Fowler on the tee at 4.
Squeeze it between the bunkers. And he likes it immediately.
That's what.
And a very accessible hole location here, the front right portion of the green. Although that hit on land, I don't know that. Yeah, it's really, there's not a lot of movement in it. I mean, it's pretty much straight up the hill, though I don't think he hit that hard enough.
Unless they're a pair
But
of
this
eights.
is for a 5. You know, sometimes you get that unlikely 5. So you get that unlikely 5 and get bailed out. Nope, that's the same 6 that I got all week long.
That was just a misread.
Never seen a bad day here at Shadow Creek. I don't think they allow them. Rickie with the one-hand follow through there. Yeah, that just wasn't good contact. That's a couple in a row that he has missed, and that one's going to find all the way back down. Not very helpful. The green running away past the hole, that's not very helpful. And that barely got up on top. He could have just had a repeat. If that ball travels a foot shorter, it comes right back to him. They're just... Easy. Have a wreck. Wow, that was quite a bit slower than I thought it was going to be.
Fowler's tee shot here at the 6, Parker.
You got 314 over that right bunker, and that is not going to the right. And is well left.
It's a really tough hanging lie. And that sounded like it came out a little fat, although it's going to clear everything. Will it chase enough? No, it's going to end up down below the bunkers.
CJ Cup in Las Vegas, Chantel McCabe and Parker McLaughlin taking over. Here's Rickie's third at the 6th.
And in for that slope. Look at this creativity. He's going to use it perfectly. That's not bad. Boy, that's a big slope. Still couldn't keep it on the green.
Did a pretty great job yesterday of using the slope.
We're wearing you out, John. That's going to be a bogey for Fowler.
Yeah, that's 3 bogeys in a row.
3 bogeys in a row, and he had a double back.
I can't speak for Victor, but I know that when I was his age, I didn't really know where to live. And then I met somebody who told me where to live. And that made it a lot easier.
Well, you teased us, so you got to tell us who it was and where it was.
Well, it was the first wife.
I was setting you up there perfectly. I knew the...
Longest drive of the day. Here at 7. 339. Good smart play there from Rickie. Give himself a hands right there. Just work together so beautifully. A little tentative. I thought after making 3 bogeys in a row, he may give that eagle putt a run, but probably just thinking I need to make a
Playing between now and Augusta as practice, as the work. It's a good birdie there from Rickie. I would put this in that category Parker was just talking about as a birdie opportunity. I mean, there's nothing between Rickie and the flag. The flag's back, so he can land it short and feed it back there. If it's a little bit right, it'll feed to the left.
You did birdie
And I would
this
give
one.
that a B at best for him.
Yeah, they're
It sort of reminds me of Ireland or Scotland, the way it sits among the dunes here. I wonder if that's what Fazio had in mind.
And it's not exactly how we wanted to see things at the 8th.
Challenge. It's been a bad stretch of mediocre dice. Rickie just tried to find the fairway here at 9 using that top tee again, which shortens the hole. Oh, look at that. How about a good break?
That was the opposite of
15 feet right of the hole. The ball will feed right back down to it. Right in there. Keep going. Boy, another couple of feet up on the ridge, it would have been even better.
locked in.
Gotcha. Rickie Fowler for birdie and close but no cigar.
John, if this, if
Rickie Fowler made par. Championship Sunday at Shadow Creek as we see Rickie Fowler making the turn, looking for something to go their direction with this group, John.
That's a good start.
We swapped out Parker back in studio and said at the beginning of my shift that his caddy Joe had a few tricks up his sleeve, having...
We were still driving the tour in the 90s. There's a good birdie.
I know you're not supposed to do this to Rickie Fowler.
Oh, this is right. Dangerously right.
All right, it kicked down into just the normal rough.
5 years' time. Driver off the first tee here springs to mind a couple of times this week. Other than that, I mean, he is the total package. Uh-oh, game on. Watch this. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Oh, it kept his interest for a long time.
State represented.
He was. You're absolutely right. That's a good call.
All right. Another circle, a birdie for Rickie Fowler.
You're back here. Yeah.
Being nicer to you in this back nine, John?
Birdies make golfers happy.
Yep. Shot.
Did you hear that whizzing over your head there, John?
The flag is that there's just a little knob cut out where the hole location is. You have to fly it almost all the way there from this angle to get it anywhere near that flag.
Oh, that was really well done.
Thanks.
Yeah, Rickie's got something going here. That'd be for three straight birdies.
Boy, such a good roll.
Yeah, you wonder, was the last minute adjustment a little more to the right?
I'm not sure how helpful Hovland's shot was, though. I don't believe it was as solid as he's capable. But here's another one following right behind. This may need to get up, too.
We are back with Rickie Fowler, just off the edge and going with that putter mark.
Yeah, come up just a little bit short. Needed one more yard on that.
Now Fowler.
Yeah, I think that 3-wood just leaves them back too far for them, so they think it's worth the risk. If the ball runs a foot through the fairway, it runs a foot through the fairway.
Well, hey, John, I was talking about how Rickie Fowler dressed up as Fred Couples for Halloween. You got any, what was your favorite costume you dressed up as for Halloween? This could be just last year, too, not just...
Coming out of this first cut, probably not going to land quite as softly, but same MO. Let's land it at the front.
Oh, we'll keep an eye on this. Yeah, beautiful.
Really smart
The
play.
idea.
Mm-hmm. 7 to 10 feet this week. Fowler is 4 of 7. That's going to be too low.
So he just didn't quite trust
Took
it.
quite a bit longer on that read than on most reads.
Yeah, totally, John. And he had it about 8 inches outside. He looked like he just eased into it just a little bit, maybe thinking he was playing too much.
Who's every bit as long. It's not something we talk about with him all that often, but he can flat and move it too.
Pounded as well. Fowler's ball speed's been up today. He's been.
But they're quick too. This group could play in 3.5 hours with no problem.
Should come back just a little bit there. But gonna be a really fast putt.
Still hearing that bounce, though, under the green, that thump, firm.
Easy, easy, easy.
Yeah, it's a great call, John. It's one of the more.
It gets so narrow. This one has Rickie leaning a little bit.
funny if you just get a little breath of wind off the left. Don't you feel like right-handed players?
Not really an easy shot just to get back into the fairway. So flight it under the tree, avoid the bunker up the left. And I think that's going to miss on the right.
Such a
He just has to hit it at the left side of the green. Or he could try this. Land in the upslope. Oh, it did land into that upslope. How good is that?
Still going to go off the green. Oh, no, it stayed on.
Birdie today. Back at 7. Needs to stretch. Oh. It almost doesn't look real. This is a little more sensible line. Oh, get up. That'll be on the grass bank. Actually pretty good. Not a whole lot of players have played from there. The grass was standing up. His ball was sitting nicely on it.
difficult.
And not a breath of wind all week, really. I mean, certainly no more than a... I was thinking chop down a tree and just make him play from a different tee on 17.
I know they had talked about moving it up one tee box and playing this as a par 4 for the tournament.
Oh, this may miss the pond right. I'm not exaggerating.
Oh, splash. It was on the right edge of it, though.
You're keeping me on my toes.
Couldn't even correct myself listening to it. It was a great discussion. I mean, I love it when the rules officials come in and...
There's so many intricacies on the rules.
This is...
A much better
spot on the green. Big swinger from right to left. I bet he played that 10 feet out to start with.
Boy, that was phenomenal touch from Rickie Fowler. Still going to be a disappointing bogey after that tee shot in the water.
And a disappointing day after a couple of back-to-back 68s. Only 3 birdies on the card, 4 bogeys, a 1 over par round, 73.